Major Somnath Sharma. It was in the early morning of 1947, November 3. Major Somnath Sharma, one of the company commanders, was standing in attention in front of Brigadier Sen, who was the brigade commander of 161 Brigade of Indian Army, first deployed in Srinagar. The name Somnath Sharma has gone in the military history of Indian Army in golden letters because of his bravery exhibited by him during this war. He earned the first param chakra of Indian Army and became the first ever Indian hero of PVC. Brigadier Sen was briefing his patrol plan to Budgam area where the Srinagar airport was located to Major Sharma in a way to prevent possible attack from the enemy on the airport. Major Sharma was given 3 command companies, 2 snatched from the 4th Battalion of Kumaon and 1 from the 1st Battalion of Kumaon, and given to Major Sharma under his command. Each company is having only 90 men in it. These 3 battalions have already been deployed in the aerodrome defense. From that defense position only, they were all taken out and given to Major Sharma for the patrol duty today assigned by Brigadier Sen. Out of these 3 command companies, 2 would be directly taken by Major Sharma and the 3rd company to be led by one Captain Wood, who was a native of our Assam. As per the plan, Major Sharma took his 2 companies towards Budgam village, which was half a mile away from the aerodrome. After half an hour, as per the patrol plan, Captain Wood took the 3rd command company and proceeded to Budgam village. Now the brigadier's order was that Major Sharma, on reaching the outskirts of Budgam village, has to deploy his 2 companies on the ground and then to report back to brigadier. After this, Captain Wood with his 1 company, on reaching Budgam, should proceed further towards Maham, which is about 8 miles from Budgam, reporting back to the commander on crossing every 2 miles. In case of any attack within the first 2 miles reach from the enemy, Major Sharma has to send one of his companies to Captain Wood's rescue from Budgam village. Further attacks from enemy on his way up to Maham, the 1st Punjab Battalion, already kept in deployment at Maham, should come to his rescue. If nothing happens during this period, Captain Wood should return to the aerodrome via Patan on road and report back to the brigadier. This was the whole game plan, planned precisely by the brigadier, assisted by his able commanders. Cleanly completing his first part of patrolling, Captain Wood reported back to Brigadier Sen by about 2 p.m. in the afternoon. Till then, nothing untoward had happened and everybody was happy. Brigadier Sen, after 2 p.m., as per his patrolling plan, ordered Major Sharma to send one of his companies back from Budgam deployment to the aerodrome. Just then, slightly deviating from his original patrol plan without any appropriate reason, he ordered Major Sharma to delay further half an hour the dispatch of the 2nd company back to the aerodrome. Till now also, no message of any untoward happening was received from Major Sharma. But all of a sudden, now, there was an alarm from the radio set of Major Sharma, and he reported that his company is being fired at from Badgaum village through long-range rifles. He also added that the firing does not seem to be from trained hands and caused no damage to him. He also reported that since the firing was from the village, there is every likelihood of movement of women and children there, and to avoid untoward death of those innocent people, he ordered his company not to fire back in retaliation. He then continued his report in an alarming voice that he could notice a band of enemy soldiers numbering around 700 in number, with big mortar rockets, light machine guns and small arms, and astonishingly they have reached very close to him and appeared above from a small depression and hideout. He thought that the firing from the village originally was only to deviate his attention from noticing the big band of the enemy army approaching him. The army of this Pakistani band of soldiers was mostly armed Pathans in civil dress, commanded and guided by Pakistani army officers. On reaching at close range, they started firing indiscriminately at the only one company strong Major Sharma's defense barrier, numbering only 90 men. Now, Major Sharma has got only two alternatives at his disposal. Under any stretch of imagination, he could never think of winning a battle against this 9 times bigger army of 700 strong, heavily armed gang of Pakistani army. On the other hand, if he decides to withdraw to the aerodrome without wasting time, he will be able to safeguard all the lives of his 90 soldiers, the only Kuman company remaining with him. If he resorted to the second choice, the enemy will undoubtedly reach Srinagar aerodrome, and he very well know that even in the aerodrome, the Indian defense is very weak and the aerodrome is sure to fall in the hands of the enemy. If this happens, the fate of the whole of 161 Indian Army Brigade will be sealed and no further aircraft can land at Srinagar aerodrome carrying Indian soldiers from New Delhi, and that will be the end of Indian Army action on Srinagar, and India has to forget about Kashmir forever. But before getting any command back from Brigadier Sen, Major Sharma reported back to Brigadier Sen that he will never fall back and he will never withdraw an inch. He added his report that he will never fall back and he will never give up till his last men and last round of rounds in their 303 rifle provided to the Indian Army soldiers by now. The enemy fire intensified and they were closing Major Sharma's frontline platoons very fast, and in no time almost 2 of his forward platoons were either killed or badly wounded. Undaunted by this grave danger, Major Sharma crawled towards his forward platoons, encouraging his own soldiers, himself firing from his stun gun towards the enemy, and resorted to filling up the magazines of his own soldiers. In spite of getting killed and severely wounded, His soldiers fought without falling back an inch. All of them, by this time, they were fighting along with their commander Major Sharma. By now, a mortar bomb landed near Major Sharma and exploded. On its bursting, the body of Major Sharma was blown into 1,000 pieces and fell on the ground, worshipping the sacred land of our Bharat Mata. By now, on the loss of their commander, the remaining few soldiers of his company wanted to fall back, not in jittery or in disarray, but in an orderly withdrawal mood to fight back but a rear base. On the command of Brigadier Sen, by now the 1st Punjab Battalion, kept on reserve at Maham, moved towards Budgam and reached the rear of the remaining company of Major Sharma. The 1st Punjab Battalion engulfed the remaining half-decimated company of Major Sharma in their bosom and started attacking the enemy with force and strength. The massive sudden retaliatory fire from the Punjab regiment totally demoralized and stopped the enemy's forward movement. And a situation arrived there that the Pakistan attacking forces started feeling that their further onslaught on the Indian forces is not possible, and a total confusion aroused amongst them. By now, Major Sharma has already stopped the enemy for almost about 6 hours. Exactly by this time, one of the leading commanders of the enemy, Major Gurshad Khan, got injured at his leg and fled from the warfield, leaving his men behind without even informing them. Following the flee of their commander from the operation field, the entire Pakistani attacking force withdrew and fled back, leaving around 200 dead bodies behind. Thus, the operation came to an end, and once for all, the threat posed on the Srinagar aerodrome was also thwarted. For this undaunted bravery of Major Somnath Sharma, he was awarded with PVC of Indian Army, and he came to be the first recipient of the most prestigious award, and thus the Indian soldiers for decades together have been proving their bravery in the warfield in spite of all odds to safeguard the glory of our Bharat Mata. Jai Hind. Narrated by Captain S.P. TB, retired Captain, Indian Army.